All right, let's get this party started. Let's go wait to see if anybody jumps in really quickly. Really quickly. Make sure everything's up and running. And let's see who's going to be the first person that jumps on. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to a little old fashioned. First one, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. Second one, cheers. Appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully, everyone is having a good weekend so far. Howdy and hi. Hopefully, everyone is doing well. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I always like to make sure my audio is well before we get started. So, again, if you, oh, good deal, good deal, good deal. And um, cheers. Tonight's theme is going to be bottled and bond. Bottled and bond. I just came up with something because, like I was saying to you a while ago, be August, that I'm going to try to do a live once a week. So I got off work this morning and I said I have to work tomorrow. So I said I'm going to do one tonight, even though I didn't have a strategy. I just picked up some bottles that I always wanted to try, and I haven't opened them yet. So I'm going to do bottled and bond tonight. Good deal. Good deal. So, before we get started, I just want to say again, I appreciate everyone who stopped by tonight. And when you get a chance, please hit that thumbs up button. And I did not know that this was a thing. I don't know if it's a thing on live videos or not, that you can boost, um, I guess, boost videos. I don't know. So if we can do that, hey, let's do that. Let's get this thing started. First of all, first of all, I probably talked about this product um, probably about 6 months ago, and they gave me a sample pack. I really didn't know what to think about it, so and I've been trying this hang light gummies because I'm starting to drink more often, and these things are supposed to protect your liver and prevent hangovers. It says it's science backed, fights alcohol damage, and better recovery. Now, I'm not getting paid off showing you this product. I'm just telling you that the last few times that I have tried this, it tends to work. I don't know if it's me drinking a lot of water and not drinking a lot, but I do feel pretty decent just by using this product. Let me know in the comments below, do you believe in things like this? It seems like it works for me. I don't know. Yeah, early times. I have the early times over here, and since you put early times on the comment, I'm going to add this early times because I had 3 bottles already. But now, since someone says early times, I'm just going to put that in rotation. All right. So this is what we're going to do today. Of course, early times bottled and bond, and we are going to try the bullet bottle and bond. Have you tried this one yet? I picked this one up probably a few months ago, and I haven't heard that much about the bullet bottled and bond, But I know one of the first old fashions that I ever had was made of bullet. And I said, hey, why not? Why not? The third bottle we are going to try today is going to be the Chattanooga whiskey bottled and bond. Have you ever tried this one? Um, Chattanooga whiskey is right down the street from me. So I'm excited to try it. I haven't heard anything bad about it. And the fourth bottle we are going to try that's in rotation is going to be the Hard Truth Sweet Mash Wheated Bourbon, but it's bottled in bond. This one right here. Have you tried this one? So my question is to you, which one is your favorite? Before we get started, let me see in the comments below which one is your favorite between the Hard Truth, Early Times, Bullet, or the Chattanooga whiskey. Let's go. Dragon Milk's bottled and bond. Hard Truth, okay. Bullet, okay. We have Hard Truth, we have Bullet. Bullet 7 year, second bottle. Not a fan of the Chattanooga whiskey. Bottled bond of early times, okay. So we are all over the place. Some people say Bullet, some people say Hard Truth. Some people said they not really a fan of the early times. Okay. Um, because I remember the last time I tasted the early times, I had um a contest between early times and my Evan Williams bottled and bond. I should put that in rotation, but I know how that tastes, and I think that would come out on top because I love the Evan Williams bottled and bond. But let's get this thing started. I am going to start off with the one that's right down the street from me, and that's going to be the Chattanooga whiskey. So let's open this one up and let's see what we got. So we got Hard Truth again. Early times be my favorite because I haven't tried the others. I got you. That's understandable. I'm thinking we might have a tight race because all of them are bottled in bond. All of them are sitting at 100 proof. But let's put this to the nose. Let's see if it has any information on the back. Okay, let's put it to the nose and let's see what we get from it. And this is going to be my first sip of the day. So let's see if it's going to drink right at 100 proof. And I'm going to really give this one a grade between 1 through 10, 10 being the highest. And since it's my first sip of the day, we are going to try this one. Now, the legs on this one, they're not really there that I can see. It's not really coating the glass the way I thought. So hopefully it doesn't taste like it's going to be like watery. I've had some bourbons and whiskeys that taste a little bit of watered down. So hopefully this one doesn't taste like that. You get a honey smell. It does not smell like it's going to drink right there at 100 proof. You get like a, you do get like a vanilla honey smell, a cinnamon smell to it. It's not overwhelming, but let's put it to the palate. It does not seem like it's going to have a finish that's going to be with you long, but let's try it. Cheers. Okay, this is my first sip of the day, and it's drinking right there at 100 proof. And I'm right there. I do seem it does seem like it's watered down just a little bit. It seems like it's diluted. It's not a bad pour, but one more sip. Yeah, it's not a bad pour. You do have some spice going down the back end, and of course, the finish it goes away quickly. Um, one more sip just to give it a good rating. Okay, you get this char, this charness on the back end that I'm really not caring for. It's like a deep char, wood burnt char on the back end, and I really do not care for that. Now, 1 through 10, 10 being the highest, I'm going to give this Chattanooga whiskey bottled and bond. I'm going to say a 4, a 4.5. This right here is getting a 4.5 right now. Now, will it be better after it opens up? Maybe so, but right now this is getting a 4.5. Yeah, those 100 proofs going to be thin. Happy Halloween. Yes, yes, yes. Barack, you did get your package in the mail. I did see that email, so hopefully you enjoy that. Okay. Drinking mellow corn. Good deal. Good deal. Okay, let's go with the other bottle next. The other one is going to be, well, the next one is going to be, I'm going to save this early times for last. And let's get into this bullet bottled in bond. This one right here. I'm excited about this one because again, one of the first old fashions that I ever made was made with bullet, and I tend to enjoy bullet. It has a special place in my heart. But let's open this one up and let's see what we get from the bullet. Cork pop? Oh yeah, that was a cork pop. That was a cork pop. Let's put it to the glass and let's see what the bullet has to offer. Again, the people who just joining us, we are doing a tasting between 4 bottled and bond products. And if you haven't hit that like button or subscribe to the channel, please do that now because I am definitely asking for your support. And right out the bat, it is coating the glass better than the Chattanooga whiskey. I can see that right now. Right now. But let's put it to the nose. Oh, yeah. Let's put it to the nose and let's see what this bullet has to offer. Cheers. Yeah, you do get, I'm not going to say a ethanol. You do get a strong, um, I hate to use the word ethanol, but it's strong on the nose. It sort of burns just a little bit, but you can tell it's going to be sweet. It has a spice, um, oakiness smell to it. It does not smell like it's going to drink right there at 100 proof. And this is going to be my second sip of the day. So if it's going to drink at 100 proof, I can tell right now since I do have some alcohol in me on my tongue. And we're going to try this bullet and let's see what it's all about. Cheers. Again, that's one thing about these bottled and bond products. I like a lot of bottled and bond, like the Evan Williams, and I like Henry McKenna, things of that nature. But this one, let's say this one, This one is drinking very young. It's drinking very diluted. It seems like it has a lot of water mixed in it, and it's probably going to get the same rating. Let's put it to the palate one more time. I'm shocked about this one. I am shocked about this bullet right here. I thought it's going to be better than a Chattanooga whiskey. Let's give it one more try. Okay, um, I'm shocked. I am definitely going to say this. I know I gave the Chattanooga whiskey a 4.5. I'm going to have to say this bullet, in my opinion, is going down to a 4. Yeah, yeah, it's going to be a 4. Um, Not my favorite at all. Now, will I put this in the old fashioned just to get rid of it? Probably so. Or I'm going to take it to a party and just have people try it. Or when people come over, I say, hey, if you want to try some lower proof bourbon, let's try the bullet first. Um, I'm shocked about this one. So let me know in the comments below what you think about the bullet. That bad, yeah. Yeah, I think BRG you might be right. Let's go with the now this one here. This one here, the hard truth. I haven't had a hard truth that I didn't like. So I'm definitely going to jump into this hard truth. And if I don't like this one, we're gonna start all over tonight. We're gonna start all over. So I'm excited to try this hard truth. Let me get us some water. And we are going to pop open this hard truth really quickly. Yeah, this hard truth, it has to deliver. Let me open this thing up. So let me know while I'm opening this bottle up and let the people in the comments below know what is your favorite bottle and bond. Now, when I mean by favorite bottle and bond, something that you can find in the liquor store. Uh, let's stay away from allocated tonight. Something that you can find in most liquor stores. What is your favorite bottled and bond? So probably Evan Williams. Yeah, Evan Williams for the price. Yeah, for the win, for sure, for sure. Anybody else has a bullet bourbon round? Heaven Hill. That's a good one. Heaven Hill bottled and bond is a good one. Yep, for sure. Um, it's funny. I think I have a Heaven Hill bottled and bond around here somewhere because that was one of the first bottles, a couple of bottles of bourbon that I ever bought. And that was my go to at one point in time. But let's open this hard truth up. Huh, decent cork pop. And let's see if this is going to be way better, which I'm expecting. I'm expecting this to be way, way better. Has So Heaven Hill, Holiday, Heaven Hill. Okay. Woodford, Double O. Okay, that's a good one, but it's not a bottled and bond. You're right. Cheers, Patrick Kirkland, bottled and bond from Costco. I really need to go to a Costco. Really do. Miss Anita, hey, cheers. Good seeing you. Good seeing you. 1792. Yep, I have that one over there. If this goes bad, we are going to start over, Big August. We are going to start over. We're going to bring out the Henry McKenna. We're going to bring out the Evan Williams. We're going to bring out the 1792. And we're just going to start over. But let's put this hard truth, sweet mash wheat bourbon, bottled and bond. Let's put this one Number three, to the nose. Let's go. Now, this is very, very light on the nose. It does not give you that ethanol smell. You can tell it's going to be sweet. You can tell it's going to be like a spicy, sweet cinnamon. And it does not smell like it's going to drink at 100 proof. Hopefully, it does not taste like it's watered down. If it tastes like it's diluted, I'm going to be very frustrated. And it is coating the glass better than the other two. So I'm definitely excited about this hard truth. I haven't had a hard truth that I did not enjoy. And hopefully I enjoy this one. So let's put it to the palate and let's see. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Let's see what it has to offer. Cheers. Okay, way better, way better. It does have a better finish, a way better finish. And it does not seem like it is diluted as much as the other two bottles. Yeah, way better, way better. And it's drinking, it's I'm not gonna say it's drinking right there at 100 proof. Now, maybe I'm just used to higher proof bourbons, whiskeys, but it's drinking more like I would say a 90 proof bottle, which is not bad because the other ones were drinking lower than that. So this hard true is not a bad bottle. I definitely would suggest someone to pick that up if you are looking for lower proof wheated bourbon. Definitely try the hard truth. I'm excited now. I'm excited because it doesn't seem like I wasted a lot of money since I do have a decent bottled and bond because that Chattanooga whiskey and that bullet really, really disappointed me. Pretty decent, pretty decent. EH Taylor small batch. Okay. The whiskey contractor. What's going on, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for hanging out with us. Appreciate you. And again, I know I'm going to say this often. Benchmark bonded. Okay. I think I have a benchmark bonded somewhere around here. I still haven't cleaned up all this mess. You'll read a guide. You can't get it here. No one seems to sell it online. Uh, sorry about that, buddy. Sorry about that. But it's a decent one. If you can find it, it's a decent bottle. If you can get it at a great price, I'm gonna stick with this one. hmm I'm gonna definitely stick with that one. The other two can be given away or just for tasters, for people coming over. But this hard truth is pretty good. And let's go with the early times. Early times bottled in bun. I remember tasting this one, and it's been a minute, but I think I enjoyed it. I think it came in second place after my Evan Williams bottled in bun. I think this came in second. It's a screw top, but it's decent, especially if you can get it for a great price. And usually these are like, I think $27, maybe it's a little bit under $30. Let me know what you can get this early times for. For the price, it's not bad. It's not bad for the price. So let's open this one up. Again, it's a screw top, which, when I first got into bourbon and whiskey, they used to tell me anything with the screw top was not fit to drink. And I found that to be Not true, because I have a few bottles that are screw tops that I enjoy. So just because it has a screw top doesn't mean it's not a good pour. Like this early times bottle of bun, 1897. I bought two stacks today, a 25A and a 25B. Okay, um, Michael, the 25A, 25B, I don't know where you at, but how much did you pay for the two stacks? Weller 12 is the screw top. Not bad. You know, I have a Weller 12 that I haven't tried yet. I haven't tried the Weller 12 yet. Yeah. The early times for the price, not bad at all. Probably too much, $150 each. Okay. Okay. Well, my too much and your too much and somebody else is too much. It all varies. Depends on how much you want to spend. I'm the type of person not going to tell anybody how to spend their hard-earned money. I just know my limits of what I will spend and what I want. Somebody may be very different. 2023 Weller 12 was truly special. 25 every $65 out the door. That's not bad. $65 out the door for a stag, that's not bad. That $25 bottle is a 50 in some spots. Wow. Ooh. Remind me not to shop where you are at. Wow. 25 is a $50 bottle. But let's put this in a glass and let's give this a try. Again, this is going to be the early times bottled and bun. Yeah, I definitely remember this being a decent bottle. And I could remember it not coating the glass like I thought it would. But it's there, but it's there. You really gotta look for it. Really gotta look for it. But let's put it to the nose and let's see what we have. Let's go. It brings back memories. And I remember saying this the first time. You get a honey smell, and that's about it. That's about it. It's not strong on the nose. You don't get any spices on the nose. You get like a sweet honey smell from this early times bottled and bun. And I remember first tasting it, well, smelling it. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna like this one or not, because the nose it tricks you. In my opinion, it really does trick you because you're thinking, man, it's not gonna be a decent bottle. You don't get anything from the nose. But let's put it to the palate. That's where all the magic happens. Cheers. Yeah, that's where all the magic happens. Now, is it better than the hard truth weeded? No, it's not. But it's better than the Chattanooga whiskey and the Bullet for sure. For sure. Um, for sure. This is a bottle that you take over to parties, you give out for gifts, um, you let people taste. This bottle can go pretty much everywhere and be a decent bottle. You pull up to my house or to a party with early times, I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not, because it's a decent bottle. I don't care, what a lot of people say. Well, it's $30 bottle. Why you bring it up $30 bottle? It's good. It's good. Just like when people say Evan Williams, you can get that bottle for less than $20. It's a great bottle. It's a great bottle. So if you pull up to my spot with the early times or Evan Williams bottle of the bun, come on in. Come on in. Let's have a party. Come on in. And another one. And another one. Let me get this one really quickly. I'm gonna show you another one. We're gonna get this party started tonight. Let's go. Let me find this one. Here we go. Ah, I had to find it. Had to find it. This one here. What you think about this one? What you think about this one? This one is a very, very good one. For the price, you cannot beat this old granddad bonded. Very good bottle. you you bring the master keep. I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna let you sit over there and have that one. Yeah, you can have that one by yourself. Yeah, that master keep. That man, I'm so disappointed about that wild turkey voyage. I am. I'm glad that I got it at a pretty decent price because if I would have paid full price for that bottle, I was going to be very, very disappointed. I don't know what I'm going to do with that particular bottle. I might just give some. I might just give some out for some prizes or something. I don't know. Make some shots out, give it out to some people. I don't know. But let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, and maybe somebody can help me out with this problem. I don't send a lot of things through the mail. Matter of fact, I think I sent my first gift through the mail, and I used UPS. And the gift that I sent through UPS, the gift inside the box was worth around maybe $25, but it ended up costing me $42 to send. What was that all about? I don't know how people be sending these samples and these gifts through the mail. What am I missing? Please tell me in the comments below. Hit me up on the back end. Email me, text me. Let me know what am I doing wrong, because if it's $25 worth of stuff in the box and it costs me $42 to send it, something's wrong with that picture. I can't do that. I mean, I can't operate like that. Something has to give. So I don't know. The weight, maybe it was the weight, but how do you go or get around that? Because let's say giving early times bottle away tonight, and someone wins that, and I put an early times bottle, I put a bottle bag. Really quick, hold up. Let's say I put an early times bottle, a bottle bag, and a bar towel in the bag. Now we all say this early times bottle costs around $30. Let's say the bar towel, let's say $5, the bottle bag $3. Let's say you got $38 worth of stuff in that bag. And it cost me $45 or $42 to send it. That's something has to give. Something has to give. You can't, man. Yeah, you can't. You can't. And that's why I took it to UPS. Open an account with UPS and get a discount. Okay. I can send a full bottle through UPS for around $13. So I wonder, why did it cost me that much then? Because I'm in Tennessee. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research about that one because I must be doing something wrong. You know, to be honest with you, be August, um, I didn't tell them it was liquor. I had the box already sealed up and everything, so I don't know. They waited, and that's where she came up with the price. So I don't know. Is your channel as a business? Um, I would say so. I would say so. Now, okay, are you saying it's like it has its own business account and have this own business credit card and everything separated? Not yet. Not yet. In 2026 is going to be everything's going to be separated, but right now it's not. So, can I technically call it a business? Depends on how you look at it. Depends on how you look at it. I can write it off on my taxes, I guess. But yeah, okay, let's get back to the program. The Early Times Bottled and Bond is a very, very good bottle for the price. I definitely suggest that you have this one on your shelf. Not only you can get it at a great price, it's a good bottle. Yeah, see, but the United States Postal Service in Tennessee, you cannot ship alcohol through there. So I don't know how to get around that. Kentucky UPS or FedEx. Maybe I'll try FedEx next time, or maybe I have to just start giving it away instead of bottles. That's sample bottles. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out though. I'm gonna figure it out because I want to share a lot of things with you. So I'm going to start figuring out how I can ship more bottles or more samples out. And when I find that out, we're gonna get this party started. I don't think so. Be August. I don't think that we can actually ship alcohol out of Tennessee through using the United States Postal Service. Um, yeah, you can't do that around here. You can't put nerves in a box. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Okay. Um, like I said tonight, it wasn't really a I guess a plan for tonight. I just got on here because I said I was going to do a live once a week. Go one state over and ship. Now, that's not a bad idea. If I was going somewhere, I can sort of bring all the bottles that I want to ship. But I'm not planning on going out of the state anytime soon. So if someone wants something like tomorrow night, then they have to wait till the first of the year to get their bottle. I don't want people waiting that long. So I want to ship things out as quick as possible, especially if you want something and you waiting on that bottle. I want to give it to you or send it to you as quick as possible. Yeah. So again, I'm gonna say this again. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's get it done. Before we go, does anyone want me to try anything else? I've tried the Chattanooga whiskey, which I really didn't enjoy. I tried the Bullet, which I really didn't enjoy. The Hard Truth was my favorite out of the four, and the Early Times was going to be my second favorite. Old Fitzgerald number 7. This one right here. I have one open, and let me get that Old Fitzgerald number 7 really quickly. Create a private shipping account, and you can say, okay, create a shipping account. You can save 40%. Saving 40%, that's the way to go. That is the way to go. I know. We are definitely going to. Let me see if I can spin it really quickly. Uh, I don't know if you can see that. over there. And let's rotate really quickly. And that's just without showing you the mess. So let me set this back down. All right. I don't know if you saw that or not. Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. You know, that Evan Williams Bottled and Bond is going to outshine that hard truth. I can tell without even doing that. Uh, that you know, B. I knew you were going to say that. 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 That's why. That's why I tried to keep it out of the angle. I knew you were going to say that bottle. That is the only bottle that I didn't want to open, and I knew you were going to say that. That's why I'm trying to quickly turn, really quickly. Oh my God, I knew you were going to do that. Oh yeah, that's the only bottle, this Russell 13, that I really don't want to open because I cannot find another one anywhere. This bottle right here is very hard to find in my area. Um, Can you find a Russell 13 where you from? If you can, put it down in the comments below. Where can I find another bottle of Russell's 13? Please let me know. Please let me know. I'm waiting. I am waiting. I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody in the comments below telling me where I can find out Russell's 13. Okay, well, is that a new batch? No, this batch right here, it's not new because I've been having this almost a year and a half. So I know it's not a new batch. But I really don't want to open this one. And I know bourbon whiskey is all about opening bottles, sharing it, tasting it, but that one right there, that is something that I have to get me a second bottle before I open it because that is very, very, very hard to find. My basement bar, yeah. Good deal. Thanks for the Bourbon on the Banks coverage. Hey, have you been? Rob, have you been to Bourbon on the Banks? Are you going next year? Maker's Mark. What do I think about Maker's Mark? I think Maker's Mark is pretty good. Now, the cash strength is good, but it's one that I suggest that you should pick up. And that was going to be a store pick. And if I can find that store pick, which is around here somewhere. But Maker's Mark is pretty good because Maker's Mark was one of the first bourbon whiskeys that I've tried with Bullet, then Maker's Mark. And I think Maker's Mark, if you get the right kind, makes a great old fashioned. Yeah, Rob, that bourbon on the banks, that was my first bourbon festival that I ever went to. And I did not know what I was getting myself into, but let me tell you, I am looking forward to going back next year. Matter of fact, I have my calendar already up, already marked out, says Bourbon on the Banks for that weekend. Not only that it's in Kentucky, not only that it's a great event, it's around my birthday, and I just put all in one. Have a vacation, my birthday, Bourbon on the Banks. You can't beat that. Can't beat that. Um, Yeah, I know. It's about drinking and enjoying it. The bourbons. I know what you mean. That's why I'm opening up everything else. Everything else that I have, I don't mind opening, but that one. That one right there. I really, really, really want to back up. Now, I have opened up, or I'm going to open up pretty much every bottle you see behind me. But that Russell's 13, I got to wait. I got to wait. Maybe a special day. I don't know. I got to wait. 10 years younger, hey, there was a lot of people, different kind of age people out there. I think you have a great time. You don't have to stay there all day. Go in there for an hour, hour and a half. Meet some people. I'm surprised no one has ring my doorbell yet saying Happy Halloween because I don't have any candy. I got bourbon. that's the only thing that's the only thing I can give out, and I don't want to give out bourbon to kids. So I got the lights off. Maybe they can't see through the window. So what are you going to drink, the Russells? I don't know. Um, is there anything else? Is there anything else that you see that you want me to try? I know somebody said the old Fitzgerald, which I've tried that one. It's pretty good. I will try it again. If no one else has any more suggestions, it's really up to you all. Knob Creek 21. No, I haven't had the Knob Creek 21. I haven't even seen the Knob Creek 21. And I'm pretty sure that Knob Creek 21 is very, very expensive. I'm pretty sure it's very expensive. Um, let's see. One more, one more for the road. Don't know. I'll tell you what. What about that Blue Note Honey Cask Bourbon? I can do that one. Which one you want me to do? I can do a Weller 12, which I have a Weller 12 that I haven't opened yet. Would y'all want me to try the Weller 12? Anybody? Anybody wants me to try the Weller 12? Or we have someone asked for the Maker's Mark. We have a Maker's Mark CNC store pick spice mocha here. We have a Stag. We have um, a E.H. Taylor single barrel. So let's do this. We have a E.H. Taylor. We have an E.H. Taylor single barrel. We have a Maker's Mark spice mocha. And we have a Weller 12. Which one? Oh, we got Stag. Okay. You know, if you want me to try the Stag, we can try the Stag. Which I have one open. I have a Stag open. If you want me to try the Stag again. So I see one Stag, two Stag, three Stag, one Makers. So it looks like the Stag is going to win. That's what it looks like. Stag. Okay. That's what it looks like. Let's go. Let's put this back up. Let's grab that Stag then. All right. And it's funny that people are saying Stag because I would have thought people were leaning toward the Weller 12 instead of the Stag. Yeah, Stag always wins. Let me be right back. Let me grab that bottle of Stag. Going through all this junk over here just to grab this Stag. Okay. I have one open, but just to give you an idea, we have a 22A here, which I have. We have a 22D. We have a 22D that is open. We have, what is this one? A 24B. So we have a 24B, 24C, a 24D, and a 22A. But since I have the 24D open, let's try it again. As you can see, I have been hitting this bottle every so often, but I haven't tried this stag probably in about a month or so. But let's put it in the glass. And I know someone said in the comments, you cannot go wrong with stag. I tend to agree, but I have had a bottle of stag that wasn't as good as the other. The Weller NT 107 is the bomb. Yeah, that stag, the nose, man, you can't beat that one. That is good. This is going to be 127.4 proof. I haven't, this stag is pretty good. I know how it tastes. Like I said, I tried it about a month ago, but let's give it another try. Cheers. Yeah, solid. That's solid. Matter of fact, every time I taste this bottle, it seems like it gets better and better. It does not drink at 127 proof. The finish is great. The taste is great. The finish, it stays with you. It doesn't burn. You get some honey, oaky, cinnamon. I mean, it's balanced. You can't go wrong with a stag. Now, I would not pay an arm and a leg for a stag. You have to get it at a decent price for it to be worth it. But if you can get it at a decent price, it's a very, very good bottle, especially this 24D. I have a 24C stag. Stag flight next. Okay, stag flight. I might just do that. Might just do that. 44, 44D. Good one. Good one. Yeah, you go to a Benz. You're right. You're right. If you have to compare, you're right about that. We went from we went from a 4.5, which is Chattanooga whiskey. It wasn't one of my favorites at all. The second bottle we tried was a Bullet, which got a 4, which was worse than the Chattanooga whiskey. The third bottle, it was decent. The Hard True bottled and bond. I would definitely suggest that you get this one if you can get it at a good price. The fourth bottle we tasted was the Early Times, which this is a solid bottle if you can get it at a great price. Usually you can find this one for about $30 and under. Very solid bottle. And then we talked about the Old Granddad, which this is a solid bottle. I've tried this one. I've taken this one to parties. I always have a Old Granddad on my shelf. You cannot go wrong with that bottle. And we jumped into the Stag, which this one is solid. This one, you should always have a Stag on your shelf. Pretty great. Make sure I grab the right cup. Oh, here we go. I put the Stag in a nice cup, in a nice Glencairn, the one with the wider top. I can't find these on Amazon anymore. Um, so I'm still looking, but I like this Glencairn way better. As you can see, the opening up top is wider and the glass is heavier, and I think it's a pretty solid Glencairn. I don't like the Chattanooga. Yeah, I don't like the Chattanooga whiskey either. The most I would pay for a Stag, back in the day when I first started, I remember paying about My first stag that I bought was like maybe $9. The second stag I bought was $99. I think it got lower and lower, $79. And I think the cheapest one I ever bought was $65. Yeah, about $65 for a stag. And I learned through the years, I say years, like I've been doing this for 5, 6 years. I've learned over the year and maybe 9 months that I become very patient, and I know that if I wait and search and hunt, that I will eventually find the bottle that I'm looking for in my price range. Now, if you were here last week, you heard me say this plenty of times. I would never again buy a bottle on a secondary price. I can't. Yeah, for $49, batch 17, 2021. Yeah, see, back there in 2021, I wasn't even thinking about bourbon in 2021. Matter of fact, in 2021, I was drinking Johnny Walker Black. I was the Scotch guy in 2021. Go Dodgers. Go Dodgers. One more time before we get out of here. Welcome, Jesse. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button because we need your support here. We all a big old fashioned family and we're gonna do some big things over here. So hit that subscribe button. Let's get involved around here. I have a lot of more bottles that I'm searching for. I have a lot of more bottles that I'm going to eventually open. I have some things coming down the pipe that I really want to do. It's almost holiday season, and I'm going to try to get on here more, try to give away more things if I can find a cheaper way of doing that. So I'm looking, and well, I appreciate that, B. I'm trying to get myself out there. I'm not really tech savvy. I'm really not. And I'm trying to do some homework of how to become more tech savvy, do more shorts, start editing my videos better. You know, the whole thing. And I'm trying to study. I'm trying to do it on my own, plus working 2 or 3 jobs. It's sort of hard over here for your boy, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. You overpaid on the first stag, so how much did you overpay for your first stag? Still hunting old Fitzgerald 10 year? Yeah, yeah. But you know, you will definitely find. Just give it some time. You'll find that old Fitzgerald. Give it some time. Don't pay secondary. YouTube University, they have it. Yeah. Actually, I've been checking YouTube, and I've seen some very good videos. Very good videos. I appreciate that. I'm trying on here. Yeah, I like the hunting videos. I sort of get into hunting videos because I've been doing it for a minute and I'm comfortable actually doing the hunting videos. So I'm going to get out there more often. I usually take some time away from work around the end of November and pretty much all of December. So, November, December, the 1st of January, we are going to hit those streets and we are going to try to hit as many stores as possible. We're going to try to do as many hunts as possible. And I'm going to try to give you more and different content as possible. And next year, I am going to try to hit as many bourbon festivals that I can. I've been looking online and I see that there are a lot of bourbon fest out there that I did not know about. And a lot of people are saying, "Hey, are you coming to this festival this year?" And I'm have to look it up. If I can get off work and get some tickets, I'm definitely going to be there. What's going on, Anthony? What's going on? What's going on, Barbara Peanuts? Hey, moving. You've been moving. You've been on the go. I've been watching some videos. I haven't seen your last one yet, but I'm definitely going to check that one out. So thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Yeah. Cheers. Cheers, William. Cheers. I appreciate that. For the people who are coming in, I always want to say this: hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't hit that yet. And really quick, a recap before we get out of here. I know people are just not getting in. So, a quick recap what we tried today and what we talked about today. The first bottle was very, very disappointing. Very disappointing, the Chattanooga whiskey. I gave it a 4.5. Very disappointing. The second bottle, I gave it a lower score, which was a 4, was the Bullet Bottled and Bond. This one tastes like it was watered down. Somebody poured some bourbon in the glass and just poured a cup of water over it. It wasn't good at all. The third bottle we talked about was a pretty decent bottle, the Hard Truth. And if you like Hard Truth, you know that Hard Truth has a solid product. And if you haven't tried this one, this is definitely one that you need to pick up and put on your shelf if you can find it at a pretty decent price. Do your homework. And the fourth bottle, which we talked about, the screw top, which I think everyone should have this bottle on their shelf. This early times, if you can get it for about 30 bucks or under, you cannot go wrong with this. This is a solid pickup. You definitely can't go wrong with this one. And then we talked about the Williams Bottled and Bond, one of the best bottles of bourbon that you can find on your shelf for under $20. If you don't know what that bottle looks like, let me get it for you. Hold up. This one right here. You can't go wrong with this one. This one is solid. Um, One of my favorite bottles. I would take this bottle anywhere and everywhere. If I'm going to a party and I just want to, bring out an expensive bottle, I will put this in my bag, my bottle bag, take my bar towel, and let's get it. Let's party. This is a solid one. And we talked about the old granddad bonded, which this is a solid one too. You cannot go wrong with it. Very decent bottle, very decent price. And then we jump from bottom shelf, middle shelf, and we just skyrocketed to the Stag 24D sitting at 127 proof. This one right here. And that is what we are ending this video on today, which is Stag. How much is that 24C Stag? I'm gonna have to go back and look, Anthony. I really don't know. As I said, one of the Stag I know I paid $109, then it dropped to $99, and then I bought one for like um, $79, and then bought one for $65. So I don't know which one was that. I got to go back to my videos and look at that. Evan Williams, solid. Yeah, Evan Williams was solid. Her birthday bourbon landed in the store by store departments, backdoor deals. You know, Tricky, that birthday bourbon, I'm hearing different things about it. Now, what I'm not going to do, you probably heard me say this before, I'm not going to pay secondary prices for that birthday bourbon. I do want one on my shelf. It is on my wish list. Do they do backdoor things with that birthday bourbon? Give it to their people who they want to give it to? I know that for sure. They do. They do that. So I know that is happening. So eventually, I'm going to find a birthday bourbon. I don't know where. I don't know when. I'm not paying secondary prices for it, But eventually, if I have to wait 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait. Paid 133 for Stag 22A. Okay. How long have you been live? I've been live for 65 minutes. My prize bottle. My prize bottle. Uh, right now, we talked about that prize bottle. And this might be controversial. This might be uh, something that you are asking the question, why is this your prize bottle? But this Russell's 13 right here is my prize bottle. Out of everything that I have, this Russell's 13 is going to be my prize bottle because I cannot find one anywhere else. Do you know how many liquor stores that I go into and look for this Russell's 13? I can't find it. I can't. Open it, man. Do it. I wish. Uh, B says, has anyone tried the new Parker's Heritage? Has anyone tried the new Parker's Heritage? Uh, and the Russell's 13 is a good bottle, but if you've been following my channel and you have been here, I think one of the best bottles that I have here at a little old fashioned, you should know this. You should know this. It's going to be the A. Smith Bowman. This one right here. This one right here. I know a lot of people when I picked this one up on a hunt when I was in Memphis, Tennessee, they actually wrote on the back end on emails and text messages said, hey, you need to pick up a second, maybe a third bottle. I did not listen to them. When I tasted it, I felt really bad that I did not pick up a second or a third bottle. I tried to go back to see if they had any more on the shelf. They didn't. And I don't know if anyone has seen this particular bottle. I seen it one time in Nashville. Matter of fact, they had two bottles in Nashville, but they were above secondary prices, and I was not because I promised myself I was not going to pay secondary prices for a bottle. But this one right here is probably one of my favorite bottles that I have here on the shelf. Very good. Very good. Yeah, that bottle is good. I bet it's better than the Russell 13. I'm pretty, I'm not even going to argue with that. B, I'm not going to argue with that because that thing was great. B, do me a favor. Hit me on the back end. Hit me on the email, B. I got you. I got you, B. Hit me on the email. I guess go up to the top of the page, hit the information link, go to my email, let me know it's you. I haven't tried that one, HD. I've seen that one. I haven't tried it. Uh, how much would you pay for that 2025 uh, HD? How much would you pay for that? Do you have one, and how much would you pay for it? What's Russell's 15? Uh, I haven't seen a Russell's 15 around here, and that's what I'm getting at. That's why I sort of don't want to open that 13 because I can't even find a 13. Nevertheless, I haven't even seen a 15. You have two bottles, okay? A, are they worth it. And if you don't mind, how much did you pay for them, HD? Okay, 129 plus tax. Okay, good deal. Okay. Say Russell 15 is incredible. Never seen it. Never seen it here in my area. Appreciate that. Great channel. What would you pay for the Penelope 10-year estate? 106 proof. 10-year estate. How much did I pay for that 10-year estate? Uh, how much did I pay for this bottle? I want to say it was right at $100, to be honest with you. I think right at 100. I got to go back and watch the video. I really don't remember. I need a list that I can quickly go back to reference to let you know. But excuse me, I've tried it, and I think it was a very decent bottle, and I think I got it for right at $100, so like $99. But I have to go back to check the video just to make sure. Good evening. We were talking about Russell's 15, Russell's 13. They asked me what was one of my prized bottles that I have on my shelf, which is the Russell's 13. And the reason I'm not opening that Russell's 13, I will open anything else but that Russell's 13 because I cannot tend to find one. And a lot of people say, hey, the 13, well, the 15 is better than the 13. And I can't even find another 13. Needless to say, I haven't even seen a Russell's 15 in my area. So that's what we were talking about, Alpha. 13 estate. Uh, I don't have that one. I don't think I have that one. No. Okay. I have so many unopened bottles. I feel you, Anthony. I feel you. I had a lot of unopened bottles, but when I started doing lives, I decided to open them up and just to try them. So let me ask you this question, Anthony. Why do you have so many unopened bottles? And HD, why do you have so many unopened bottles? Yeah, B, I agree with you. Lives are the best time to open them because I can sort of share with you my first initial experience with these bottles. Jerry Batch Bookers, have you tried it? No. The only Bookers I have is going to be 2024 and 2023. And I haven't tried the 2024 yet. All right. We've been in here for 73 minutes. I want to live a long time. I got you. I got you. I got you, HD. And I feel what you're saying because it can sneak up on you. It can sneak up on you if you don't watch it. I definitely understand what you're saying. I went to old doctor today, got some blood work done, so I definitely understand what you're saying. Gotta watch this. Gotta flush your system. Gotta pace yourself. Still gotta exercise. Gotta eat well. You can't drink every day. I feel you. Yeah. Yeah. I like to chase too. I like to find different things. Have you tried the Sagamore 10-year? Sagamore 10-year. Let me see. Uh, Sagamore 10-year. Let me see which one is this. We tried last week. Oh, no, no. We tried the Sagamore 9-year. We tried this one. We tried this one on the live last week, which I enjoyed it. It was pretty decent. It was pretty decent. A St. Goose store pig, a pretty decent bottle. Sitting at 110 proof. Not bad, not bad at all. So again, I'm not gonna keep you here all night. Okay, Sagamore tenure is up there for the top three rides of the year. I'm going to remember that. I am going to remember that Sagamore tenure, top three rides of the year. Huh. You know, Alpha, I'm gonna do a live every week, so that is definitely going to be something that I'm going to do. And I don't know if you missed that conversation about me sending bottles. I sent my first bottle to a subscriber when I had a question that that person answered um, last week, and I sent a bottle to that particular subscriber through the mail. And what I found out very quickly is I have to find another way of doing things because I had about $25 worth of stuff in the box, and it ended up costing me $42 just to ship that particular package. I can't do that. It has to be a better way for me to do things because if it is going to cost me $42 to ship a $25 package, it's not sustainable. I can't do it. Penelope American Light Whiskey 17-year-old at 138.8 proof. Okay. Well, I feel you. I feel you, Barbara Peanuts. Yeah, yeah, I know. UPS, United States Postal Service, you can't sell you can't ship liquor. I know that. I use UPS, and they weighed it, and the weight came out to about $42. I was like, ugh. Only Weller there is a special reserve. I'm not hating on that special reserve Weller. That special reserve Weller, it's a decent bottle. It makes a great old fashioned. Just send samples. Yeah, true. That's what I would probably end up doing. Be the sending samples. It's much easier. It's probably quicker, and it's probably more affordable. Yeah, yeah, Alpha. Yeah, I don't want to get into the pretty much shipping business. Um, I don't want to do that because if I start doing that, I'm going to have all these orders coming in, and now I'm out there shopping for, other people and buying other stuff, and then it gets sort of messy, especially if something breaks or something doesn't get there, and this is going to be on me. Then I fix the problem. I don't know if I want to start getting into fixing problems when bottles don't get to where they're supposed to or they get cracked. Somebody say, "Hey, buy me a stag," buy me three stags, and then they send me $300, and then UPS drops the damn box, and next thing you know, the little old fashioned is responsible for three bottles of stag. I don't know about that. I sent a bottle of Still Austin to a buddy, cost me over $40. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. Not only it costs you $40, you still had to pay for the bottle. Yeah, I think samples are going to be the way to go. Um, yeah, definitely gonna be the way to go. So again, let's see what is that? Use the Willie Coyote ACM shipping. I don't even know what that is, Mike. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to look that up if that's a real thing. If that's a real thing, Mike. I don't know. I don't know, Mike. I'm gonna have to look it up. Has anybody else used the Willie E. Coyote ACM shipping company? Roadrunner Freight. Um, Alpha, I didn't tell them what was in the box. The problem is they put it on the scale, and the scale came up with the $42 number. So they didn't actually know that it was a bottle of in the box. Um, they put it on the scale, and the scale came up with the number, and they say, "Hey, $42." And I wasn't going to argue with them because I needed to get that bottle to that particular subscriber. So I say, "Hey, $42 it is," and I tap my card. Let's get it. Okay. Yeah, I got you, Barber Peanuts. Yeah, you right, B. That's two bottles of Evan Williams bottle and bond. And it's not gonna happen again. It's not gonna happen again. I'm not paying $42 to send nobody nothing. That's two bottles. That is two bottles. For sure. Old school runners. All right, people. All right. We've been here for 81 minutes. Uh, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you tonight. Again, this is going to be my last time saying it. If you haven't hit that like or subscribe button, please do that now. I appreciate your support. My goal is to try to hit. Now, this is going to be a big goal, but I think it's possible. I think it's possible. I'm going to try to hit 10,000 subscribers by January the 1st, 2026. Now, I know I'm right there, almost like at 80, 8,500. So I'm pretty much need 1,500 subscribers before I reach that mark. But I have a strategy. The strategy is I'm going to hit the ground running the middle of November and all of December, and we are going to hunt. We're going to do lives. We're going to do some giveaways, and we're just going to get this channel out there. So, with your help and me pushing as hard as I can until the end of the year, I think that I could get to 10,000 subscribers. Now, if I don't get there, which I will, I'm grateful for you all being here tonight. So until then, I will see you on my next live. Check out my next hunt. It's coming up. Hopefully, I can have one in the next 3 or 4 days from now. Depends on if the weather holds up. Because down here in Tennessee, you never know about the weather. It storms one day, sun comes out, storms, sun comes out. So you never know about the weather, but I'm going to try to have another hunting video up in the next 3 or 4 days. Again, thank you for hanging out with me today. Until then, I will see you on my next live. Take care. Have a good week. I'm out.